Hey everybody, Maria here from the Bearded Company, and I am so excited for you to hear our third installment of our second campaign of Break the Dice. Just a quick note, we've added a new bonus feature for patrons of the show, behind the scenes chat videos. We record them right after we're done recording the episode, so you get a pretty much real-time look at how we thought the adventure went. They are very funny and a super cool insight into our improv D&D process. It takes only about 1 minute to become a patron over at patreon.com/beardedcompany, and you get so many amazing perks. But if you don't have the cash right now, that's totally fine. Tell your friends, friends, and your enemies about the show, because word of mouth is the best way to get new people to listen. And leave a review. It really does make a huge, huge difference. Thank you so much. We love you, listeners. Now, on with the show.
Greetings, mortals. Welcome to Break the Dice, an improvised podcast brought to you by the Bearded Company, where the fate of our heroes rests on the roll of a 20-sided die, where a 20 is a spectacular success and a 1 is a critical failure. This week, our NPCs will navigate the area around Shatterpoint with the help of our NPCs.
Hey everybody, I'm one of your NPCs. I'm Maria.
And I'm another one of your NPCs. I'm Joe.
And I'm the third NPC, and I'm Tyler.
Maria, Joe, and Tyler will help me by playing all the people and magical beings that our heroes will encounter. I'm Alan, your game master, and I've crafted a basic structure for our adventure today, which has not been revealed to our two main player characters. However, this podcast is completely improvised, meaning nothing is scripted and everything is made up on the spot, so I and the NPCs will only have so much control over where our journey takes us. This campaign, our heroes are...
I am Phaelan Maerdock, a half-elf fighter with an alignment of chaotic good. Within my chest resides the Rana Ore. It's Elvish for Wanderer Heart. That's the name of the sword, but it sounds better because it's in Elvish. It resides within my chest and I pull it out like a really cool anime character. But I don't know what that is. But I do as MJ. Hi, Alan. Hi, everybody.
Hi, MJ. Are you ready to use that sword in defense of Delrune now that you've sworn your allegiance?
I had forgotten that I'd done that until today. So yeah, man, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna knight it up. You know, I'm gonna go real knighty.
Our other hero is...
What up? My name is Ælar Drakal. I'm an elven rogue with the alignment of chaotic neutral. I come from the lost city of Delrune, where my family and my friends and all the people of the town were killed by a mysterious force called the Darkness, which I now seek out to exact my revenge, and other things that go with revenge. Hey, Alan.
Hi-oh.
Here we go, baby.
Are you happy with the new ruler of Delrune giving up your mic?
Yeah, I'm just taking a minute to just turn my mic down a little bit because it's a little hot. But now I'm ready, baby.
Oh, it's always gonna be hot. All right, our magic item for this week is the Cloak of Indivisibility. Our story begins.
Indivisibility?
Indivisibility.
Oh man.
Do you know what dividing is?
It can't be divided.
It can't be.
There's like something about it in the Constitution. Whatever.
Yeah.
Indivisible through liberty and with justice.
Our story begins far away from the halls of Venaishus in a distant land where a cloaked woman in a full knight's regalia looks across her kingdom at legions of armies that are lined up, looking and saluting at her.
Yes, my beauties, salute me. Let me know you will do what I command whenever I command it.
We'll do whatever you command whenever you command it.
Shut your mouth, Barnaby. I was speaking to my troops, not to my assistant.
Yes.
Barnaby, you have 2 jobs. Number 1, wash my feet. They're very weird. Number 2... It's only number 1. That's it. That's all I want from you.
Yes. Number 2 is a repeat of number 1.
Sure, if that's what does it for you.
It does.
That's it.
Barnaby reaches out with his hand, and growing from his fingertips are vines that reach out and grab a sponge. And while she stands there looking down upon her army, he grabs that sponge, Barnaby does, and like slowly washes her feet.
Oh, they're so weird.
These feet are so strange. As we zoom in on them, we see that like each cell of the foot is itself another little foot. It's feet all the way down.
Ugh.
Oh, yes. I just want to lick them, but I won't.
Just make sure you get in between my infinity toes, Barnaby.
So many toes.
She holds up her hand, and the entire army in unison makes a salute and starts marching off towards the borders. In the halls of Venaishus, our heroes have returned from Delrune and are in the center of a bunch of closed doors and 2 open doors. One leads to Shatterpoint, the other to Delrune.
Do you think I should have given Jerome more of a pep talk? I mean, I just kind of left the keys to the castle, as it were.
Well, to be fair, friend, I don't think he wanted to hear much from you. I think he had things pretty well managed on his own without you.
Yes.
So I'm kind of giving you the opposite of a pep talk because you didn't give him.
Well, I suppose you're right. Now that we have this door open, we can check in anytime, I suppose, so...
That's true. How many of these do you think we have to open? I'm assuming Venaishus would like all of them, but maybe it's one of those, once the draft picks up, it's just
I'm
gonna...
glad you asked!
Oh!
From the starry sky above, the constellations form into the face of a giant deer god.
Dear God!
Dear God!
Exactly! I can't tell you both how crazy it was up there in the stars.
I was a star once.
You were?
It was a small talent show. The old druidic sect that I used to live in. And I sang a song.
Yes, anyway, enough about that. What I wanted to say to you both is that I'd really like you to open all these doors. Feels really good every time you open a door for me. Feels like something is unlocking inside of myself. Like another star is being born and also dying. An endless cycle.
Alan, can I sense motive?
Yeah, what's up with this?
Yeah, you got a 14. You can feel a pulsing inside your chest now, where the sword, the Michael the chest sword, now resides, and the Rana Ore as well. When Venaishus speaks, you feel like a warmth all over your body. You feel like his words are something worth trusting.
Oh, okay.
He sincerely wants you to open all these doors.
Mr. Venaishus, Sir Venaishus, dear God, I don't know what to call you.
You can call me Vinny if you want to.
Vinny.
Vinny!
Yes.
So much easier.
I do prefer this. Vinny.
Ha-ha!
I understand you want us to open each of these doors, or open them. But I've never been one to open the past. I'm more of a close. I close doors is more than I open them.
Go on!
I guess what I'm trying to say is it's been far easier in my life to avoid places. It's been far easier to escape places than it is to go into them.
Perhaps that's why we found each other. Phaelan, Maerdock.
Can I ask you, Vinny, why open the doors? What's the end goal here? What's the end game?
Once all of the doors are open, it's like... Think about your mind, my friend.
Okay.
Think about what it would be like if every part of your mind was talking to every other part of your mind at the same time. That's what it would be like for me if you open all those doors. It will unlock my true potential. And in doing so, I will allow some piece of that enlightenment to flow out of my star fingers into your eyes.
He lets some of his star power just come off of his antlers, and they float down into your eyes, and you get a taste of what you would eventually be able to do. You look across the room, and in a blink, you travel there, 30 feet, just in an instant.
Oh!
Whoa! All right, that's enough for me. Let's do it.
I want to try and do a cool acrobatics check and do a cartwheel, and then instead of landing, I look to where I'm going to land.
You got a 1 on that roll?
Oh, God.
So you're expecting that ability to instantly move to wherever you want, but you were granted it once as a taste. And as you try to recreate it, you jump into the air expecting to jump forward, and instead are just there's a word there that would be used on anything, unimpressed by your height, and you crash yourself right back into the ground.
Phaelan, you've got to stop with the cartwheels, man.
I can't.
All right.
And I shan't.
Venaishus begins to fade up into the constellation ceiling.
Goodbye, Vinny.
One of the doors begins to glow with an arcane markings, and you see a poem reading above it and a map appear below it. As you go up, you can read that it says, "This land was once full of those who were free to worship, love, and laugh without concern. A place where folks could be like you and me, but now their land has lost what it had earned." And you see a map across the ocean to a place south of the Great Continent.
I've never been to this land before. Have you, Ælar?
Can I do a knowledge geography or history?
Yeah, 17. You had that experience in the pool last time where you saw a bunch of invading countries going into Delrune, and you remember one country with a gray flag and a black face and a cloak on, in symbology on the flag. This army invaded Delrune and ended up taking a huge chunk of the land before being fought back by another army.
Ælar, are you all right?
My friend, I know of this place. They fought against Delrune. Bad people from my perspective.
Fair, I suppose everyone's bad from someone's perspective. But I guess the real question is, are they bad to us? Are they bad for us, or are they just bad to the bone?
I suppose we should go take a look, eh?
Yes, I think we should give it a thorough good look.
And perhaps we should report back to Jerome after we're done, tell him that we killed one of his enemies. Well, I don't know if we're going to kill them. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself again.
Ælar, I wanted to talk to you about that. I've wanted to talk to you about this for years, really. I think you kind of hit it on the head there.
Yeah,
you even said it yourself. You're already ready to go and kill these people. And I'd like to enter this position and say that, hello, I am one of the only knights of Delrune, and this is a former king of Delrune. Now, that right there may be grounds to murder us, but let's make the first move. Otherwise, if you kill one of them, then for sure, grounds to murder us. Do you get me because you're looking away a lot?
No, I get it. I just put my foot in my mouth, okay? I'm not just gonna walk in there with my daggers pulled,
Okay, well, right. You're gonna wait until the last moment and then pull your dagger and slit someone's
I'm gonna sneak in first and then see what's up.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, just let me do the talking, and then if it looks like it's about to be troublesome, give it another second, and then pull your dagger.
All right, I'll give you a little coo.
Okay. I appreciate that. That's a step.
You step out of the halls of Venaishus, and you head into Shatterpoint, and go to the dockmaster to try to charter a boat over the sea. And you see that there is one ship that is heading towards the south of the Great Continent, and it is a dragon turtle with a bunch of kobolds trying to get passengers.
Fuck yes, baby!
Would you like to book passage aboard dock?
We would, yes. At what price are the tickets?
500 pieces of gold.
Dear God.
Each?
Each.
Does that come with complimentary mithril?
Good joke. It does not. But it does come with a warm cup of tea.
You see that behind this person, a couple of kobolds pull their weapons and kind of stare these two down.
Can I do a diplomacy check on the kobolds?
You got a 16 on your diplomacy.
My good friends, we need charter to get down to a place. We're on a diplomatic mission. We need to talk to the people of this land and open some doors. It's not that big of a deal, but we're sent by the god of Venaishus.
A knife-throwing contest, then.
Huh?
Whoever can throw a knife the furthest. Our best knife thrower, Brad, or one of you.
We see that Brad has just this gigantic right arm. His left arm is really withered and like it's never been used, but his right arm looks like it could pick up a boulder and toss it across a field.
Yeah, you wanna throw some knives?
What say you?
Come on.
Do you want to battle Brad?
Phaelan, shall we stone parchment shears for this?
I think we must. I mean, you and I both know that I'm a fierce throw-the-knife-into-the-wall player. But I've never played it without a wall.
And you know that I am quick with dagger myself.
True. You have quickness, I have strength. All right, parchment...
Stone parchment
shears.
shears.
All right, 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Yes, sounds good.
1, 2, 3, loose. All right.
Okay. Stone parchment shears. Well...
The shears of Ælar cut the parchment of Phaelan.
What a beautiful visual representation of what we just did.
Also, good thing you discussed the 1, 2, 3 beforehand. That was super useful.
That's crucial.
Very necessary.
All right. Ælar starts doing his shoulders, getting all warm and stuff, cracking his neck.
Can I do a maybe a performance check to start being his hype man, try to get in Brad's head?
You got a 10.
Okay. Oh, name's Brad, huh? Brad. Wow, what kind of name is that for a kobold?
It's a family name. My grandfather was Brad, and so was my father.
That's cool. That's cool, man. Actually, yeah. So you're like Brad the Third almost then.
Brad points to the end of the pier at one of the poles sticking up, holding it out just at the very, very end, 120 feet away, and he takes the dagger, turns around, looks at you, Ælar, throws it over his shoulder.
What?
And with a 14, it sails through the air and lands on the pole.
All right, is this like a horse situation? Do I have to do it exactly like you did?
Hey, man, just gotta hit the pole, okay?
All right, well... all right, I take my dagger, and I feel like Ælar would show off a little bit. He puts his hand over his eyes and throws.
Oh my God.
You got a 16 on your check?
Yeah, I did.
Before you put your hand over, you measure the distance, then you close your eyes, pull your arm back, and throw, and it lands just above where his dagger landed.
Take that, Third Brad.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good, I guess, but you gotta watch this one.
Oh.
Brad takes out a dagger that is almost a short sword. It's about a foot and a half long, and he takes it, he flips it up on one of his fingers, hoists it, and throws it up in a big arc, and you're thinking there's no way that it's going to make it, and
Absolutely
it lands
not.
on top of the post with a 14 again. Perfect.
Ælar, trust your instincts. You know what to do.
So I pull Michael the chest sword out of my chest, and I hold the dagger in my other hand, and I throw the dagger into the air, and then whack the dagger with Michael the chest sword.
You got an 18 on your check.
Yes.
Damn it!
Yes.
You bat the dagger through the air so it spins end over end, and it looks like it's going to go past the post. But it does exactly what you expect. It hits his dagger that is just point end in on the top, knocks it off, spins up into the air, and then lands on the post itself.
Sha-la-la.
Yeah, looks like you got some skills.
Brad, you have disappointed me greatly.
The lead kobold just pushes Brad off of the dock with her foot right into the water.
Off of the dock or dock?
Off of the dock near to dock.
Yes, the dock.
Because his one arm is so big, he just swims in circles.
And that's when you see a big sploosh of water and two enormous eyes come up over the surface.
What happened to Brad?
I just walk over to the post and gather all the daggers, even Brad's daggers, and put them in my cloak and get onto Doc.
One of Doc's shells opens up, and the kobolds are gathered on the inside of it, kind of like a swarm of ants that live on and in this dragon turtle. You see the paintings on the inside, and like a treasure hoard just like stacked inside the center of Doc. He's gone around and collected quite a few treasures.
Welcome back, travelers.
The kobolds are all just standing and trying to decide how they actually feel about these two as they're just talking incessantly.
We could start a league of Knife in the Wall. I think Knife in the Wall would be a fun thing.
Shut your mouth.
Let's shoot every Tuesday.
If you keep talking, you won't strap yourselves in, and it's about to be a bit of a bumpy ride.
You see they're grabbing cargo nets and straps from around you, and they are holding themselves down against the wall, like they're tying themselves to the inside of Doc's shell.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
All right. Do I need to do some type of strength test to see how well I tie him up?
Let's do a survival test, and you get a 19. You remember your knots from the druidic circles, the druidic sects, and you tie him very tightly against the wall.
There you are, buddy. All strapped in. Little scamp.
You get yourself strapped down as well with the same skill and dexterity. And you feel the floor just sink beneath you as Doc suddenly takes off down. You hear a crackle of lightning and see electricity kind of pulsing along the inside of the shell as suddenly you are moving with incredible speed under the water. You travel for about 30 minutes this way, and it feels like your stomach the entire time is just like being pulled out of your chest. You're moving so fast under the water.
Oh, can't handle it, huh?
First timers.
I just had a lot of ale for Martha's Mead. You guys have been to Martha's Mead?
Hey, Alan, as we're traveling, can I do like another knowledge history check? I realize I don't have the name to this place that we're traveling to.
You got a 6. You can remember the banner, but you don't remember the name of the country that you were visiting.
And the banner had like a gray cloak, right?
It was a gray banner with a black knight with a cloak, yeah.
Okay.
Can I do a charm check to like my seatmate that's like near me?
You got a 1?
God damn it.
Don't touch me.
Hey, man.
Oh my, he threw up all over me.
There's just like chunks of there's like chunks of meat and corn just going everywhere.
Alan, can I do a constitution check on that?
You got a 16?
Yeah. All right, hang in there, buddy. Hang in there, buddy.
It's not good. It's not good.
And the turtle suddenly begins to slow, and your stomachs catch up with the rest of your body, and you know that you must be approaching your destination. When suddenly, what looks like a harpoon, about 5 feet across, penetrates through Doc's shell above your heads.
We're under attack!
Defend Doc at all costs!
The kobolds open up all the hatches, all the shells along the side, all the little pieces of carapace, and they start jumping out, grabbing daggers. One of them has like a glass full of scorpions on the inside of it, like holding it like a bomb, and they all evacuate to the outside of the shell. As the door opens, you see a bunch of ships, probably 15 or 16, sailing with harpoons strapped to the side of each of the ships, and they are trying to capture Doc as he flows by.
Ælar,
Yes.
this isn't our war. Not yet. We may have aligned ourselves with their enemy. It may not be about us. I'm simply saying we could either stay and fight for this creature and this home, or we can try to sneak away and steal one of these ships.
Doc raises his head up out of the water, and you see lightning cut across his eyes as he opens his mouth, and a bolt strikes one of the ships and topples the mast of the boat that is trying to harpoon him. Another harpoon from a different vessel spears into his other side, penetrating the shell again.
My friend, as much as I just want to jump ship right now, I feel that this creature could be an ally in the future. and I start climbing across one of the ropes that's penetrated Dock already to one of the ships.
You got a 13 on your acrobatics check. Yeah, you use like as a tight wire. It's being pulled taut in order to like start reeling Dock in towards the ship. And yeah, you start running across the top of the rope towards the vessel.
I put a dagger in my mouth because I think it looks cool.
Sorry, wait. He's running across the rope from the harpoon that just hit him, or hit Doc.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna try and attack the harpoon, but I shouldn't do that. Cool. Okay, so Phaelan just kind of like shakes it off, like, here we fucking go, and jumps up into a ready position and looks around for like more improvised animal weapons that these people have created.
Yeah, you see one of the sticks that's left behind has you got a 15. Yeah, you grab the rope to like steady yourself as you lean out, and you, like a spear, you chuck it through the air, and you hear the squirrel or the skunk scream just a little bit as it's flying through, tied to this stick.
Oh God, I forgot you're alive.
And it lands on the end of the ship, tail end first, and you see like a little green, and suddenly everyone on the side of the ship right there is like vomiting over the edge.
You died well, skunk friend.
Alan, do these harpoons? Can I tell if they use like gunpowder or are they ratcheted? Like
they have a tension, a torque system, and so you can see that, like they have to pull this tremendous bolt. This bolt is a huge thing, and the rope is like as thick as your body that's holding it.
Knowledge, is this dungeoneering? I don't know. Would a ship like this have like gunpowder or like fuel of any kind, like in lower decks?
On this ship specifically, you are not seeing ports to open up and release cannons. There's no like broadside cannons.
Okay, then I just go in super stealth and I just start stabbing people as much as I can. Sneak attack, baby.
You got a 4 on your stealth check as you run at them with the dagger in your mouth across the rope. And as you reach the line of men, they all have like harpoons, smaller versions that they're holding as spear line against you. And they make an attack of 13, spearing your leg and putting you off balance so that you go toppling down into the water besides the ship. Also, you realize that the ship is also moving very fast as well, and it's trying to like push with the wind away from Doc to drag him from one end. And so it is moving a lot faster than you thought. And when you hit the water, you're seeing that it is leaving. It is not going to be staying stationary next to you.
I want to jump off the shell, draw the runner away from my chest, and slice the rope and grab onto it so that it can pull me out towards Ælar.
Yep. You got a 19. You hold on to the rope, like you wrap your entire arm around it and hold on tight. You slash it,
out.
And the tension releases, and you are flung into the air. Not enough to make it to the boat, but enough to make it into the water near where Ælar is.
Can I end it with like a really crisp dive where like very little splash?
Very little splash. It is the ocean, but you got it.
Yeah, I was going to be splashy anyway.
Mm-hmm. Alan, can I ask a question about these soldiers? What are they like?
The soldiers are moving in unison. You can see that they are all wearing the exact same uniform, which has a gray cloak coming off from behind it. You can see that they have helmets that cover their eyes, so you don't know how they're seeing through these helmets necessarily. And they seem to be humans. You can't see their ears to the helmet as well, but the bit of face that you can see looks humanoid.
I suppose we start to climb back up that rope and try and get on that ship.
As you climb up the rope, you can see that the side of the ship is now crawling with bugs and insects because the kobolds on the back of Doc have been throwing bombs of scorpions and things, and the scorpions are crawling up the side of the ship and they are jumping in. Doc himself is like opening his mouth and shooting at the other ship, getting rid of the other mast with another bolt of lightning.
Taste scorpion, you gray knight.
Yeah.
Ælar, I think we maybe should try to swim back to the giant turtle dragon.
My friend, I think we should try and get some of these people's clothes.
Now is not a time to go shopping.
No, I mean, we could use them as disguises to the land
As
we're
they're
going
talking, the ship is at pace moving away.
it no longer has the tension of the rope holding it to dock, and so it is moving full bore away. You guys are like bobbing in the waves.
Are we going away from land?
Yeah, you guys went away from land towards the ships. So dock is towards land.
I'd say we have a better chance being alive and then finding a way to deal with this versus trying to get to them.
But it'd be a really good disguise.
Yes.
That's when one of the Grey Knights turns around from the harpoon line and notices the both of you.
He has a hand crossbow, like a little one-handed thing. He pulls it out, and that same like tension design that was used for the harpoon, he aims it down into the water and fires at Phaelan, and the 19 just spears your shoulder. And also it's salt water around everywhere, which kind of like stings as it bleeds.
Man, we're out. As that one fires at Phaelan, another of these Grey Knights sees Ælar still hanging on, and she pulls out another type of crossbow and aims it right at Ælar.
The end of this one has like what looks like a cobweb or something like that, just compressed really tightly.
No.
With a 20, she hits you.
My fucking
Great
God.
Break the Ælar.
The arrow goes through the air, the bolt goes through the air, and when it makes contact with your chest, that compressed web explodes and creates a cocoon around you, and you are no longer able to swim. You are restrained as you start sinking down towards the bottom of the ocean.
Fuck me.
Okay.
Fuck.
I want to do a strength chest. I want to check. I want to pull the fucker that shot me. I want to pull that rope and pull them off the goddamn boat. And then I want to also, grab on the Ælar. Maybe I should do that.
You got a 4 as you grab onto the bolt.
Man.
He tries to heave you up towards the ship, and it yanks the bolt out of your arm.
Oh, God.
It was worse going out. It was worse going out than it was going in.
Can I do a survival check, Alan?
You got a 6 on your escape artist, your sleight of hand. You're not getting out of this thing. It is tight, and you feel like it's growing tighter around you as the water hits it, almost as if the water is a hardening agent for this substance.
One of the kobolds that has been attacking the ship swims over to the two of them and says,
Grab on, you idiots.
and motions to her tail.
Can Ælar grab?
I don't think I can.
Ælar isn't able to grab.
I try to grab Ælar.
You put your hand against this sticky substance, and your hand immediately hardens to it, like a fast-acting epoxy.
Hey, maybe instead of calling us idiots, you could have offered a real solution here, okay? You could have dived in like a fucking superhero, but you didn't really do anything to help us. Sorry, can you help? Is there more people?
No, screw the both of you then.
No, wait!
The other kobolds are swarming all over Doc, and they have released the harpoon from the other side, and Doc sees his opportunity to escape. So, without even waiting for this kobold that went to help you, Doc submerges. The kobolds climb inside before the water fills up his inside, and with like a strike of lightning, he bolts away. Literally,
you kidding me?
Faster than you can see.
Man, we biffed this one, man.
Oh yeah,
Holy
no, big time.
shit.
Yeah, we wanted to be swashbucklers, and now we're getting our swashbuckled. Okay, Alan, I raise my other hand into the sky, presumably the one that still has a pinky on it, and I call out for that woman with the bird. What her name? What isn't my name? So what? Her name's not what.
That's correct.
I call for her and summon her by offering my pinky for her to take and give us a ride,
man.
please.
You scream out with a 2, and you start sinking down into the water as you are pulled by Ælar. You're no longer able to use that arm to keep you afloat, and as you open your mouth, salt water fills it as you begin to go deeper and deeper into
What
the
do we
ocean.
do, man? What the fuck do we do?
Yes, come down into the dark.
What?
Yes.
Fuck me, man.
Perception
Fuck
check.
this.
You're seeing like a finned, it looks more like a fish than a man with giant eyes and like a face that opens up like a raptor, and it's looking at you underneath the water.
You're both beautiful.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Alan, can I try desperately like one last time to get are my hands next to a dagger or anything?
You got an 18 on your strength check. You grab that extra long dagger that you stole from the one guy, and you start pounding repeatedly on the inside of this epoxy, and it cracks along the center. It seems pretty brittle after it hardens, and you're able to like open it up. It's still like stuck to your sides, but you at least have it open, and water rushes in immediately as you realize that you've been sinking down deep.
Are you sure you don't want to come to my home? It's safe there.
Dear God. Perception check on this guy?
You got a 1. You don't even see. You just hear a voice in the water saying it's safe there.
God. It's safe. Trust me. Please.
Why should we trust you?
Take my claw hands, and I'll lead you down.
And I reach out and I put my faith in this being.
As you touch its skin, it feels rough like sandpaper, and like under the water, you're barely able to hold on because blood is like leaking out into the salt water, and you're losing strength in that arm. But it grabs your hand with a fierce strength, and you are pulled deep down into the water. Your lungs are about to explode as pressure increases around you, and suddenly you surface in an underwater cave. You're able to take in air again, and you can't see anything. It is pitch black inside here, but yeah.
You feel on your shoulder where you got harpooned, the feeling of like a wet mud guppy kind of like sucking on you.
Oh, gross. I try to smack it away.
You smack it, and it kind of like it's squishy. It's just staying on.
That's my son. Please stop.
Sorry, I didn't know he was your champ.
That's my son.
Even though you can't see anything, you can hear water dripping, and it's kind of echoing, so you know there is a hallway ahead of you.
Would you please tell your champo to stop sucking on my hole?
My what?
The champo? The little one? Is this yours? You said it's your son?
Oh, yes.
He's sucking,
I see.
Sucking on my hole, and I don't like it.
Well, all right.
As the little mud guppy moves away from the hole, you can see that the hole has healed just a little bit.
Oh my. Suck, little champo, suck.
Interesting.
Oh, God.
What?
We're getting taken off the air.
Alan, what's my health state right now?
You're just stuck for the most part. You're restrained. You haven't taken any real damage, but like as you
still
peel
in
the stuff away from your skin, it's like ripping skin off your body. Yeah.
The little mud guppy like floops over to you.
Yes. Help him, Richard. Help him.
It tickles a little.
In the direction of the voice that I'm hearing, I would say kind of address them. What is your name? Why have you helped us?
My name is Lucius, and I've helped you because you are an enemy of the Grey Cloaks, and any enemy of the Grey Cloaks is a friend of mine.
We knew a cleric named Lucius.
What a coincidence. What are the odds?
Pretty good, I guess, if you think about it, because it's happened.
Yeah, there's a lot of Luciuses out there, you know.
The little mud guppy spits out some of Ælar's cocoon and blood.
Pop, this one tastes bad.
What?
I know, Richard, but you're helping him. He appreciates it, even if he doesn't show it.
No, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for saving our lives.
This one has done some bad things. I tasted in his blood, Pop.
What?
What have you done, stranger? What has corrupted your blood?
Well, I suppose I've killed a lot of people. I've gambled. I've drank. I've slept around a bit.
As he says that, Lucius's eyes begin to kind of glow this like orange that's starting to turn red.
You're seeing more of the cavern now. This is the only light that you guys see in this area, too, are the glowing eyes of Lucius.
Wow, that's impressively creepy.
Pop always says we are trying to make the world good again, not bad as it currently is.
Yes.
As are we.
But we can't always be perfectly good in order to suss out the evil in this world. Sometimes we need to take matters into our own hands.
You hear movement in the water. You pull yourself up onto the shelf inside here. You know this hallway, this cavern, and you're hearing movement in the water, like boom, 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 like something is being dropped into the water around you.
Phaelan, this is what they call one shit day.
All right, family, gather around. We have visitors.
Oh, yay!
You're seeing thousands of these little champos coming up out of the water. They hop up, and they mostly look like fish, but they have two tiny little legs that, like, they can waddle a little bit at a time forward.
Oh, Phaelan, we're screwed. We're screwed, man.
What do you mean? They're adorable. Look at them. Look at their little waddles.
No, but they hate me.
No, they don't hate you.
They think my blood is poison.
Well, to some people it may be. Just try to be positive.
Friends, let me ask you this. What brings you to our land?
We are agents of the god Venaishus. We've been sent to open the gates.
And with that, the creature notices the tattoo on your chest, and it recognizes something that the Grey Cloaks have been looking for, something that they have been talking about, something that they have been sent to find, the Rana Ore, and he points to it.
Are you the keeper of the sword?
In a way, yes, but I also believe that it keeps me. We've saved each other, you know what I mean?
That sounds like semantics. I'm only interested in the real truth. Are you the keeper of the sword?
Yes, I carry the Wanderer heart.
Pop, this is what they want. We should destroy him before they get a chance to take it and hurt more people, Pop.
No, come on.
No.
But Richard, if we do that, we'll be just like this poison blood over here.
Poison blood.
Diplomacy check?
You got a 7 on your diplomacy?
Oh, man, but come on, don't do that, man. Like, the sword's really cool, and, like, we've killed a lot of people with it, so it's really useful. I mean,
All right, I don't want to talk to him anymore.
I want to try a charm check.
Okay.
To kind of like talk to him, but also talk to all the little kids, in a way that makes him feel cool. And
you got a 20.
Break the dice! Turning it around.
Okay, I kneel down one knee, and I kind of just let my hair out of the ponytail and just kind of like wring it out a little bit.
Wait, you have a ponytail?
Yeah, I have a ponytail. How do you think I keep my hair up when I go into war? Is that the most fantastical fucking thing about this? Is that I have hair in D&D?
I just never knew Phaelan had a ponytail,
Phaelan
okay?
has long hair to cover his elvish ears because he's insecure sometimes, but that's fine. No, it's cool.
Okay.
No, I have a sword that comes out of my chest, but the idea of me having hair is way out of this world. No, I'm with you. Anyways, yeah, he brings out a couple drops and he kind of tosses his hair and he goes, Champos.
Look, I just never knew Phaelan had a ponytail,
Phaelan
okay?
has long hair to cover his elvish ears because he's insecure sometimes, but that's fine. No, it's cool.
Okay.
No, I have a sword that comes out of my chest, but the idea of me having hair is way out of this world. No, I'm with you. Anyways, yeah, he brings out a couple drops and he kind of tosses his hair and he goes, Champos, listen. You can try and be as good as you can, or as long as you like, and I recommend it. But someday, you may have to leave the protection of this bubble, and the world is not a kind place to those who are always kind to it.
To underline your words, there's an explosion in the water, like a doom, doom, doom. You're hearing something underneath the water, and the cave begins to shake around you. Something the boats are doing outside, they're dropping something into the ocean.
Now I say rise up with me, Champos. Rise up and suck and spit if you must. Spit right into the eyes of these evil bastards. Let them know good can suck and spit.
As Phaelan looks at all of these creatures, Ælar tries to do a little spark check just to get a little glint in his eyes.
You got a 3, the spark is wet, it's not going.
Come on, baby, come on, baby.
Ælar, that's massively distracting.
Come on.
All the little mud guppy champos start to do what they've been taught since birth when there's trouble, which is to form themselves into a mud guppy like mass, which they use to go underneath Ælar and Phaelan and kind of lift them above the water, so they're standing on this writhing mass of baby mud guppies.
Yes, children, yes, just as I have taught you.
Yes, let's ride the wave, Ælar.
Let's do it, my friend.
The man with the orange eyes, this creature now looking at him seems almost shark-like. It reveals a smile, which you know is authentic, but is full of rows of teeth, maybe 3 or 4 rows of teeth. He dives into the water, and following him are the guppies. They use their suction to hold on to you, and you are pulled down into the water. As you see around you, you open your eyes to the salt water, and it stings, but you're seeing barrels underneath the water, and men on like tethered lines sinking down from the ships above, and sometimes the barrels are exploding in a black goo across the water. The creature, the shark guy leads you guys towards the shore underneath all these ships. A few of the men on the tethers are pointing towards you and trying to swim towards you. However, they are not as agile in the water as you are. Some of them have harpoon weapons again, and with the 6, they try to attack you with them as you swim by, but they miss you and the creatures. And you make it all the way to the shore, where the Sahuagin gets up out of the water. The guppies eject you up onto the shore, and the Sahuagin points towards the inland and says, "The gate is that way."
The gate is that way.
Lucius, thank you. You didn't have to save our lives, but you did. Even when we didn't trust you at the beginning.
Yes, that's because I always look for the good in the people, even when their blood is full of poison.
Try to keep your blood sweet, adventurers.
And if you ever need help, just call for the sea people, and we will come and suck you.
Okay. So, the sea people, is it? Alan, I want to try and do one thing.
If it's a cartwheel, I swear to God.
Oh, well, balancing. I want to look at them and go, allow me to try to clear some way for your journey home. And I want to stand on the shore and summon a very powerful thunderclap to hopefully blow up a few of those people in barrels and send the waves away from them.
You get a 14. You send out a thunderclap towards the nearest ship, one of them that already has the mast down, and you send the wave going towards the ship, and it rocks it up on the side, and the people have to hold on to the side of the deck to avoid crashing down. You're seeing from the top is where these tethers are, the submerged people are attached to, and you can see each of the ships has multiple of these tethers coming down, and seeing you on the shore, each of the ships are pointing towards you, pointing towards the Rana Ore that you summoned to cast this spell.
Dude.
And they all turn and start getting out smaller boats. They're dropping them down into the water so that they can start getting to shore to chase after you guys.
Phaelan.
Yeah, no, that's my bad.
Come on, man.
Sorry. I want to do a quick cartwheel away from the shore.
You get a 4 on your cartwheel. You kind of tumble back into the water, realizing the mistake you made.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't adjust for the tide.
As Phaelan sits in the water facing inland, he sees that it doesn't look like alive. There's not much alive on the shoreline. It's just destroyed. It just seems like things have been dead here for a long time.
Phaelan, this has been one shit adventure.
Hey, it wasn't all bad. We met the sea people.
Yeah, but they told me I had poison in my blood, and the day before that, I saw people with their ears cut off, all because of me, and
Ælar.
I can't imagine this is going to get any better.
Well, not with that attitude. Listen, there's ship after random phantom cloak guys who are coming after us. I'd say it's a pretty normal day for us.
I suppose you're right, my friend.
As they look inland, there's kind of this smoky fog, but there's one kind of just beam of light that's just kind of coming up through the fog that they can see in the distance.
Phaelan, come with me and grab some leaves as we go. We'll build disguises.
As long as I am with you and you are with me, I fear no one, and I fear nothing. And no road untraveled is too much, as long as you're with me.
And we
Go for
start
the
to
handshake to pull me up off out of the water.
You get a 16 on the handshake.
Oh, yeah.
And we run frolicking into the leaves.
Ooh, and this one's red.
I'll grab it.
Will their friendship keep them safe? Will they escape these gray cloaks? Find out next time on Break the Dice, the improvised campaign.
Wow, you got your butt kicked.
Wow. Ouchie.
Break the Dice is a podcast brought to you by The Bearded Company. The Bearded Company is an improv company with groups in Minneapolis and Los Angeles. Help support the show and get great rewards by becoming a patron at patreon.com/beardedcompany. You'll get access to minisodes, early episode releases, discounts on merch, and behind-the-scenes video discussions for every adventure. The cast today featured your game master, Alan Voigt. Ælar Drakal was played by Tyler Michaels King. Phaelan Maerdock was played by MJ Marsh. Our NPCs were Maria Bartholdi, Joe Rapp, and Tyler Mills. Improvised score by Jack Barrett. Today's episode was produced and edited by Maria Bartholdi. That's me. You can find more information about the podcast, our streams, and our live shows by visiting beardedcompany.org and following Bearded Company on all social media. And now, let's go to the Table of Legends.
Martha,
Yeah.
another pint of ale, please.
All right, I'll give you a pint of ale, but it's your last one for the night. You're
No.
looking pretty blitzed.
Sure, I'm not driving my carriage. I'm walking home.
Well, you look like you can't even walk, if I'm being honest.
Oh, I can walk. I don't have to walk, though. Do you want to know why?
Why is that?
You want to know why I have to?
Just tell me so I can close down my goddamn bar.
Give me my ale first, and I'll pay you.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, you spilled half of it on me. But I don't mind. I like the smell. Here, Martha. Here's your pay. And a story for you. Have you ever heard of the warrior, Ellie?
I haven't.
Of course you haven't. No one has. And yet everyone knows the story. Have you ever felt the wind, Martha?
Just generally, yes, I felt the wind.
That's the point. Have you ever heard the birds?
Yes, I've heard the birds.
Yes, okay. Well, then you have heard Ellie. Ellie's a big
Get out of my
bird.
box.
She's a big bird. She flies in the wind. She's actually picking me up in a little bit. I'm gonna hop on her bag and fly home. I pay a monthly subscription.
You're done. Give me half your ale.
Come on.
You're done.
Martha.
Out.
Okay. Ellie? She's not here for another 7 minutes.
Yeah.
If you'd like a story told about you at the Table of Legends, all you have to do is leave a review on Apple Podcasts or become a new patron over at patreon.com/beardedcompany. Until next time, mortals.